Hey, how you doing, gang? Charles Snyder here with Charles E. Snyder III Marketing, and I am the Marketing Ninja. I want to give you one today. It's Sunday, trying to take it easy, but I'm still working on stuff. And after the last 2 weeks, this is really the only time I got some time to actually crank one of these out real quick. Well, that's my announcement. That's one of the announcements I got there. It's, I guess for now, just because of the time constraints and stuff, until I'm able to maybe pick up some staff or something here to help out with some other things to free up my time. I'm going to do these about once a week. I'm going to try and do more than that, but guaranteed I will record one a week. Usually looks like it's going to be Sundays for now. But yeah, that's that real quick. Today I want to talk about, there's been a lot of questions, and I want to thank everyone for the great feedback that I'm getting for these videos. I want to thank all the folks that have been submitting a lot of questions. Can't get to all of them, can't reply to all the emails and stuff, but keep on sending them in, and I'll keep on answering them as I have the time, or they fit into basically the series of videos as I go through them. But anyway, real quick, I want to talk to you today about this nasty little thing called Groupon. Some of you may have heard of it. I've seen a few folks talking about it. And I just want to tell you that it's, in my opinion, that it's not a very good idea. And there's a lot of facts that go along with that. I'm familiar with Groupon when they started out back in, I believe it was 2010. Wasn't real impressed with them then, and I'm still not today. And essentially what you're doing, at least when they started out, was they had two payment plans. Essentially, if you're a merchant and you wanted to advertise or market on Groupon, you would spend, basically you had two options. Like I said, number one was you paid them like $60,000 up front, and they would send you a shitload of traffic that not a whole lot of it, like 12% of it maybe, turned into repeat traffic. But that was at a deep discount. The other option was you paid them $21,000, I believe it was, and then you were billed monthly, and after a year, it still came out to about $60,000 and some change. So either way, you were dumping about $60,000 a year into Groupon for them to market for you. Now they do things a little bit differently. Essentially what you do is, if you go in there, you set up a coupon, basically what they call a local deal, where you set up a coupon that people can purchase online. Well, the problem with that is that you don't get the money right away. Number one, you're already discounting your product. We'll say if your product's I'll take an example from one person that I know from experience that actually did this. She had a $12 product. She offered a $2 off coupon on Groupon. So right there's $2 off of her profit. Well, Groupon, what they did is their marketing cost her about $7 per lead. So not only was she losing $2 off of her profit, Groupon was taking $7 from every single sale. Essentially, she was losing 75% off of each sale that she was making. So then what she did, and it wasn't very intelligent, she took out a second campaign, or coupon campaign, in order to make a lot of money quick so that she could pay for the first one. And it was just a never-ending deal. Basically, it's set up to be a card shark. I mean, they're taking at least 50% to 75% of your profits right off of the back. It doesn't matter what it is. And it varies. I know a lot of restaurants use it. I've seen chiropractors use it. Service providers of all sorts, and they're not making any money with it. I mean, they're just losing their ass. And most of the traffic is just one time. They get someone in, they use the coupon, and they never see them again. And then, like I said, they state that their average is about 12% for repeat customers, which I think is being kind of generous, because almost all the traffic are just tire kickers. They're just looking for a good deal. They're not looking for any kind of developing a loyalty kind of base. And everyone I know, everyone I've talked to, has lost their ass on them. So don't do it. I mean, Groupon's not a good idea. You're far better off doing, well, just for example, she spent, this client that I was talking about back in 2011, 2012, she spent on average $6,000 a month. Or, I'm sorry, it was that $60,000 deal where, well, she paid the $21,000 and it was so much per month or whatever it was. So at $60,000 for the year, she had only made back about a little over $7,000. She spent $60,000 to make $7,000. Let that sink in. $7,000 after she spent $60,000. And I can tell you, for about 10% of that $60,000, 10% of that, we can do something. We could do a whole hell of a lot better for you. You can either spend, a ridiculous amount, or reduce, cut your cost, cut your profit in half, or a quarter of what it should be if you use Groupon, or if you have your shit together, you have video, you have pictures, you have a good sales staff. If you can get people in front of them and they actually make the sale, I can bring you leads for a fraction of that cost. But hey, if you're a solopreneur, like I was starting off, like a lot of other people were, Groupon is a waste of money. You are just throwing money away. You might as well just light that shit on fire, man. Hey, I went over my 5-minute mark, but look, if you're an established business, if you have your stuff together, if you have video, if you have pictures, if you have a website, you have a logo, and you've been in business for a while, that people actually recognize your name, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to turn on a campaign for you for free for 24 hours. It's on me. Or until we start bringing in leads, whichever comes first, which I can bring you leads usually within 24 hours. And it's a positive return on your investment. I'm not cheap. I have bills to pay. I have expenses on my end. But hey, if you want to throw money away, call Groupon. If you want to make money, call me. I'm Charles Snyder. I am the Marketing Ninja. Love, peace, and chicken grease.